we would really not be able to function easily and certainly not be able to solve the problems that come up for us had we not had this amazing memory system. The memory system is traditionally broken down into three parts: the sensory memory, the short-term, otherwise known as working memory system, and finally the long-term memory system. Each has its own unique features in terms of duration, capacity, and subjectivity to forgetfulness. Sensory memory is, as it sounds, the memory system that is triggered by the various senses that we have. So this is the part of the memory which responds to sights, sounds, smell, touch, and all of that information that enters into our brain and actually lasts only brief moments, seconds and nanoseconds. If we do not attend to information in the sensory memory system, it is fleeting. It disappears, it disintegrates. So if I walk in a place like Times Square in New York City, I'm going to be bombarded with millions of sensory data points, colors, sounds, sights, smells, but I yet might only remember that the Spider-Man person who came up to me and asked me to take a picture, and everything else disappeared out of my sensory memory system. From that point on, I trigger the short-term or working memory system. So once I meet Spider-Man at Times Square, he might enter into my short-term memory if something meaningful happens in that interaction. And we know in terms of the short-term memory system that it too is limited. It's limited in how much information can be stored. We have found through various research studies that the magical number of information or data points is 7. 7 bits of information is about how much I can hold on to for that several seconds of time. By the way, that number 7 is plus or minus 2. So the average person is 7. Maybe if you have a great memory, you can hold on to 9 bits of information. Less so is 5. There's a reason why our phone numbers are made up of this many digits. So 3, 6, and 10. That's the outer limit of memory. But when we use certain memory techniques such as chunking, I group these into just 3 portions. So a phone number can be brought into really 3 chunks. Once I grab something in the short-term memory system, hopefully it resonates with me, there's meaning to it, and it gets sent down to the long-term memory system. Extra effort is required to hold on to the information there. Perhaps I give it semantic meaning. Perhaps I have a personal reference to something in my life that allows me to hold on to that information. And once it gets locked into long-term memory, well, the capacity is pretty much unlimited. It's kind of like what exists today in the cloud, where we can put all this information up into the cloud, and it seems like terabytes upon terabytes can be held up into the cloud, as opposed to my shorter term memory on my hard drive. What is fascinating about memory is that it can be manipulated. We can enhance our memory system through various memory tricks, referred to as mnemonic strategies or mnemonic devices. And these can help to expand the knowledge base with the use of things like chunking, as I said before, rehearsing, coming up with a, for example, you know the colors in the rainbow are Roy G. Biv. These are the color spectrum: red, orange, yellow, green, something, something, and something, right? And this is the colors of the memory system in the color spectrum. And other mnemonic devices help us lodge information into that long-term system. As you can tell, some of them have left me, but you know, we keep trying to use more and more memory tricks to help us, especially when it comes to studying for a test. That about covers it for the memory portion of this chapter. And again, I hope you use some of this information to help you memorize the information for the CLEP exam.